Friends, just to continue the discussion from part 1 of this video about the dictum Karko Bhavanasai as given in our texts, we will here take up another version or rather an extension of the rule. In the first part, we have seen that Karko Bhavanashai, that is, the significator is the spoiler of the house by virtue of its location, is a only half truth statement. This is not fully correct because the house will suffer only when the karka is deposited in the house and at the same time house is under strong malefic influences. Only then the house will suffer. In case benefic influence, a strong benefic influence falls on the house in that condition, when the significator is located in that house, then the result of the house will come more forcefully. The effects would be felt more pronouncedly. And in that condition, that statement is not found to be true. And we have also explained why and how that controversy continues among the scholars who don't take these things into account while trying to drive their point home. Now, Bhasin Sahab extended this rule in a very beautiful way in his book Hora Satak. He has written, I am reading the Sanskrit verse, यदा हि खेटो निज छत्रवर्ती भावस्य तस्यैव चकारकोस्ति ददाति पूर्णं हि फलं स्वकीयं भवेत् अनिष्टम अथवा प्रकृष्टम. This means that whenever a house is occupied by its lord, which is also the significator of that house, then the results of that house would either fructify in a very forceful manner, it will be in plenty, or the house will get totally destroyed. That means no effect of the house related to that lord, which is also the significator of that house, will come to pass. That means the house will suffer in totality. We can declare the total destruction of the house in respect of the things connected with the significator. For an example, let us take as an example Aries ascendant. If in a chart of Aries ascendant, say Venus is placed in the seventh house. Now, Venus is the significator of wife, conjugal comforts, etc. So, in that condition, as per this statement or rule, either the wife will be very sensible, understanding, cooperative, and the native will have a very comfortable connubial life, or there will be misunderstanding among the couple, wife will not be cooperative, and conjugal life will be full of bickerings. There would be arguments, there would be clashes, there would be lots of unwanted, nasty discussions which will keep them always tensed and worried. Now, here also the same principle that I have explained earlier in the first part of this video, under what condition this will happen. And we have seen there that this happens not because of the presence of significator. Earlier we have seen in the first part of the video, but because of the influence falling on the house and because of the exposure of larger area of the energy field of the house concerned. Here in this example that we have taken for Aries ascendant, Venus is the lord of the seventh house, identical with sign Libra, and is also the significator of wife and comforts in conjugal life. Now, here 100% energy field of the house stands exposed for any good or bad effect coming from other planets in the horoscope. So, suppose it is influenced in this condition by some dire malefic like Rahu or Saturn, then 100% of the energy field of the house, that is seventh house in this case, gets exposed and affected. As a result of this, the virulent effects related to the things signified by planet Venus would come to pass, and as the most probable effect, we say that the conjugal life of the native would not be good and they will always be making arguments without any purpose or for nothing. There will be lack of understanding. Their opinion and views will not match. And in a nutshell, the conjugal life will not be happy or comfortable. But if the strong benefic influence falls on this house in that condition, then what will happen? 100% energy field of the house will stand exposed to that benefic influence. As a result of that benefic influence, the good effects of the house connected to the significator will come to pass in plenty. So we can say that the wife will be very understanding, cooperative, supportive, and who will stand by her husband through all thick and thin, will not make unnecessary arguments, will respect her husband's feelings, and try to support her by all means, as a result of which we can say that they will live a happy conjugal life, there will be comfort in their family and conjugal relationships. So, we see that it is not the location of the planet or the planet that is the lord of the house or the significator of the house in the house, but the benefic or malefic influence that affects the fructification of the results of house to a larger extent, and that has to be taken always into consideration before making any prediction. We must never be governed by any dictum that since the house is occupied by its lord and it is this lord is also significator, so house has become very strong and only good thing will come to pass. No, everything will get changed if some malefic influence comes in a heavy way on that house. On the contrary, if benefic influence comes, the house effects will augment and there would be forceful fructification of the results. That is the point I wanted to explain to the students. Hope I have been able to do it nicely. Thanking you.